You have to risk the briar bush to reach the sweet dark fruit, and ain't no country woman all church in piney woods. There is pluck in cayenne pepper. There is juke joint gyrations in the young and barren girth of this belly, and these supple hips all roads lead me back across the waters of blood and breast milk. From ocean to river, to the lake, to the creek, to branch and stream, back to the sweet rain, to the cold water in the glass I drink when I thirst to know where I belong. I hope you heard that, because she popped off when she said, you have to risk the briar bush to reach the sweet dark fruit. And if you haven't gathered by now, this is some poetry, some writing that you might not have heard before, because a lot of times when we have Black writers, it's always set in an urban area. But this is something different. So I'm excited to introduce you to this. So this book is The Perfect Black by Crystal Wilkinson, my fave. Hi, Crystal. So one of the reasons why Crystal's writing is so different is because it's coming from that Appalachian perspective. And for those of you who do not know what Appalachian is, it's basically a Black Appalachian person. Why do you need a word for a Black Appalachian person? Because way back when, the word Appalachian meant a white indigenous person from the Appalachian Mountains. I know some people are like, it's Appalachia. They're saying Appalachian, so I'm saying that. And I'm also from Appalachia, and I did not know that until I went to school in Berea. So basically the mountains extend from somewhere in Canada all the way to central Alabama, which is crazy. Like, new identity, I guess. You know, we love those. So yeah, so you'll see a lot of just really good country writing, just as good as the food. So I will transition into telling you who actually coined the term. So here is Frank X. Walker, the man behind the Appalachian Poets. Thanks, Frank. Crystal Wilkinson is the Kentucky State Poet Laureate. So, if you don't know what that is, a poet laureate's job is basically to bring awareness and appreciation for poetry. They can do this through different events, readings, workshops, composing a new body of poetry. The possibilities are endless. But let's get into this. So the cover art is done by Ronald W. Davis, okay, period. And this is beautiful art cover. But I'm going to show you the art cover that I like the most, because I felt it. Like, you know how you see a picture and you feel it in your soul, like, ooh, I can smell the grease. I'm a little tenderheaded. I felt that the little yank, the little pull. But here it is. This is my favorite one. I like the ones he has. I don't know the mediums for art, but he has more that's done in this style. But I really like these ones that look kind of like a sketch. You know, if you ever, ooh, it's a hot comb. I know y'all felt that. Hold your ear. But yeah, the art in this book is just as amazing as the writing. But I picked about 3 themes, and we're gonna go through that so you know what you need to know, like what stood out to me. And so one of the things that you'll see is this connection between food and ancestry. She talks a lot about growing up with her grandparents and just the meals that they would prepare, and her grandfather and her great grandfather being farmers, and like what that looked like. And if you know anything about us, if we don't have anything to give to you, if we don't have anything to offer you, you will have a hot plate in front of you, and the plate better be clean, okay? Or that's just mad disrespect if the plate's not clean. So she really goes into that, and it's kind of like a transition throughout the book of where you see her like really like enjoying the food, to her now being a mother, being a grandmother, recalling those foods and feeling like her ancestors, feeling like her grandmother, they're around her, helping her recall those recipes and the seasonings. There's also a recipe in the book for a delicious jam cake that I did not try because it was next level. Have y'all seen that thing on Facebook that was like, I can't make candy yams, you have to go through something to make that? That's like the recipe. And look, I could tell it took some technique and some experience. But yeah. So anyways, let's get into this other thing about sexuality and Prince. If y'all know Crystal loves Prince. Loves him. If y'all don't know who Prince is, here he is. I just want your extra minutes in your smooch. Oh wow. That was the remix because copyrights. This section I liked a lot, especially when it was talking about how she was just popping. Like, she had her lip gloss, she had her outfit, she had her afro, and she was just like feeling herself, like just really in the fullness of her beauty, and there was like nothing distorted about it, or that's how I read it. And then it also goes on the other end with this one poem about Johnny P. I wanted to fight Johnny P. I was like, what's good? Like, you're out here harassing women, you're out here like calling them mammies, but that's okay because she is who she is. And even if she didn't end up, you know, the fabulous writer that she is, like, it's crazy that Black women period in America have this experience of, you want to dehumanize me and then fetishize me at the same time. That is never okay for anyone, point blank, period. And if you've ever experienced this, I think you'll find a lot of validation in the book. I think you'll find like that sense of like, oh, I'm not crazy. You know, like, this is actually out here happening to people. And then I think that'll transition us a little bit into like how Crystal talks about the body, and more so again, like the book has this very like a flow, like there's a clear narrative even though it's kind of interwoven throughout the parts. But what the book, the title Perfect Black, is based on is this poem where she's with someone who she loves, who loves her. They see the beauty in each other, and she is this country Black female, like, fat woman. And I feel like I started saying that because it's so taboo, but I'm using the diction and the word choice that she chooses and honoring that. But yeah, and seeing that is perfect. Like, I heard an interview, she's like, no one ever described a Black fat female body as perfect. Like, that's revolutionary on its own. I know we have Lizzo, but like, when have you read a poem like that? Maybe some Lucille Clifton, homage to hips. Trying to think of anything else. I can't really think of any other body positive poetry right off the top, but I know it's out there. Oh, Thighs. I Love Thighs by Desiree. I cannot pronounce your last name, sis. Can't do it right now off the top, but that's a really good one too. Y'all, the whole section about sexuality is top tier. Chef's kiss, 10 out of 10. The book is obviously perfect. It's Perfect Black. It's obviously perfect. Who is this perfect for? Definitely a love letter to big Black country women. Like, you've never seen it before. This is your book. Even if you ain't big, you just like country woman, this is yours. You're a country woman, this is yours. Like, this is who this is for. I kind of think of my aunties when I read this too, because I think they like more Southern books. Yeah, so I hope you enjoyed this. I want to hear what you think. Let me know in the comments if you actually end up reading this, or if you have read this book. I'd love to hear about it. But with that, we're out of here. Thanks, boos. I'll see you next week. Bye. It is free 99 to support, share, like, subscribe, and if you would like to commission me as an artist, reach out to me on Instagram. An alien with a cowboy hat.